alone. Part 3 is not good.
Part 3 is alright.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
This dude gonna say At World's End isn't good, but Part 3 of Back to the Future is alright.
It's fucking average.
No, it's ass.
But hey, everybody that wants to know who my wife is, who I'm yelling at all the time, here she is.
You said, for all those of you who think I'm gay?
I'm really not gay. Hey everybody, what's up? I'm gonna introduce you to my wife now. This is my wife, Bobby Joe.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, so I want to get her to actually do one of these with me. I thought it'd be pretty cool. But she's kind of camera shy. Well, she really isn't though. She has an Instagram and everything. Follow her on Instagram. But yeah, so if you guys want to see her on a video, let me know. Give a thumbs up.
Alright, bye.
Alright, see ya. All right.
Oh my guys gonna be like, hell yeah. Hell yeah, put her on a video.
Hey everybody, welcome to this week's edition of MRM. It's Monday, September 11th?
Oh,
So-
nice.
Dang, Nazis on 9/11. Alright, let's do it.
I don't know.
Alright. At the time of filming this, Hurricane Irma is on its way to Florida by Sunday. It's Friday today. Yeah, it's Friday at the time of filming this. And by the time you're watching this, it would have already happened. So, just want to give a shout out to everybody that was in the area. You know, hope you're okay. The film that we're going to jump into is Inglourious Basterds.
Hands of the SS. My hands, to be exact.
Yes.
Inglourious Basterds was directed by Quentin Tarantino, who happens to be my favorite director outside of J.J. Abrams. That'd be the other guy that I like.
Okay.
It actually starts off with introducing one of the main characters, who is played by Christoph Waltz. He's fucking phenomenal. He's in Django as well. But in this movie, he's called
Vigilante.
Precisely.
He portrays that character really well, really believable. But in the first scene, you get all that information because it's set up by Quentin Tarantino for them to have a dialogue, like a back and forth for it. So thanks to Rudy, we found out that this movie was actually a remake.
Well, I would probably say like a reimagination.
No, a remake.
I don't think it's a remake.
It's a remake.
It's a
It's a remake.
reimagination.
It's a remake. Remake. The movie follows a group of soldiers, Jewish American soldiers, that are led by Brad Pitt, who plays a character named Lieutenant Aldo Rain. And the group is called the Bastards.
And I'm putting together a special team, and I need me 8 soldiers. 8 Jewish American soldiers. We're gonna be doing one thing, and one thing only. Killing Nazis. They're the foot soldiers of a Jew-hating, mass-murdering maniac, and they need to be destroyed. That's why any and every sumbitch we find wearing a Nazi uniform, they're gonna die.
In order to be initiated into the group, like, you have to kill Nazis, and in order to stay with the group, you have to take... Your objective is to collect 100 scalps.
Nazi scalps.
100 Nazi scalps. Yep. So you gotta, like, that's what you have to do. Like, that's part of it all. So if you have, problem with Nazi shaming and all that stuff, I'm sorry, this movie isn't for you.
Our page isn't for you, right?
This page isn't for you. You should probably leave right now. Unsubscribe. That's their whole thing, is that they kill Nazis. They're Nazi hunters.
Yeah.
And in doing so, throughout the movie, they do it in different ways. They're like, Nazi soldiers tell stories about this group, because usually if you see them, you don't leave alive. They don't leave any survivors. No survivors, no prisoners, no nothing. They just kill everybody. Their main objective is to obviously stop the war and to kill Hitler. And there's a couple soldiers in the Bastards that can actually speak German as well, and including I don't know his name, I don't know the actor's name, but he came in Deuce Bigalow, European Gigolo, and he played a character named Heinz Hamner.
You scared me. Hey, do you know who I am? I'm Heinz Hammer. I'm the gigolo with the most below, okay?
His name is Till Schweiger.
Till Schweigermeister.
He played Hugo
Hugo
Stiglitz?
something, yeah, Stiglitz. Hugo Stiglitz. That's a cool ass name. I don't know what that means, but that's a cool ass name. Michael Fassbender was really cool in this movie. Rudy doesn't give him enough credit, but yeah, he's badass.
How do I not give him enough credit?
You don't give him enough credit in this movie.
He's just not my favorite character.
Yeah,
I wanted more of him.
Yes, we all wanted more of him.
Like all the women.
We all wanted more of Michael Fassbender. But yeah, so that's the setting of the movie, is that you get this band of soldiers that terrorize Nazi soldiers. Like you basically, if you run into them, you're dead. Like that's basically the story that goes around, is that you meet them, you're dead. And one member in particular, they never want to see, and he goes by the name the Bear Jew. He's played by Eli Roth. That Rudy didn't know who he was. No, alright, so yeah, he's played by Eli Roth. Eli Roth is actually a writer for several different movies. I'm not going to list the movies off, but he's actually a writer. So I think that's really cool that he got him to play. I'm not sure if he's done any other acting. He kind of looked familiar, but he got him to play that character. And the Bear Jew is... like, he kind of ruins the whole Nazi scalp thing. I mean, because he
nothing left to scalp.
Yeah, he doesn't really leave much. I guess you could kind of pull it off at that point. But throughout the movie, you get their kind of like, you get to see their mission or whatever, how their mission expands. And I don't want to give too much away on this movie. It's based on loosely true events, but it's really worth watching. If you haven't seen it, if you're a fan of any Quentin Tarantino movie or any good movie in general, you have to watch this movie. If you're a history buff too, you might like it. Mike Myers is in this movie, but he doesn't play a typical Mike Myers character, so that's kind of cool. It's brief. It's like maybe 5-10 minutes, but he's a completely different guy when he's on camera. So. It's kind of neat to see.
Did you mention BJ Novak on camera or no?
No.
I mean, okay. I don't see why you wouldn't. I mean, he brought The Office to life.
He is alright in The Office.
Oh my God. No, I'm saying, he wasn't just Ryan. He was like.
Oh, what is it? Producer?
Producer and a writer.
Alright, BJ Novak. I guess you get some love. He's in this movie. He's kind of actually one of the main characters in this movie, too. Alright, so my favorite scene in the movie is with Michael Fassbender, the Hugo Stiglitz. I just don't remember his real name. And I can't remember who else was in the bar. But it's a really tense scene. It's a really tense moment in the movie. Without giving too much away, they're kind of portraying German soldiers, so they have to keep a presence in this bar while they're meeting somebody there, and it's like a back and forth conversation they have with one of the other German soldiers. That's really well done, and it's just, for me, it's like one of the highlights of the movie.
Gläser? Für mich nicht. Ich mag Scotch, Scotch mag mich nicht.
Ich auch nicht, ich bleib beim Shampoos.
3 Gläser.
I think my favorite scene was the introduction of the bear Jew. Just when he's giving that talk, and then that they throw the Nazis down on the ground. Yeah, and he comes out through the tunnel, and I think that was really cool. Just the way they introduced him, it was really theatrical and everything, and which is kind of funny because they're all hanging out in the middle of the woods and
they're all chilling, and everybody starts cheering.
Starts cheering when he comes out, and he's like knocking his bat against the wall. So I thought that was cool.
That first hit that he puts on that dude,
I think all the hits are disgusting.
yeah, but that first hit where he like winds up, that is nasty. It's like bad.
Which is crazy because I wouldn't know what to say was worse, that or the Negan scene in The Walking Dead.
I think Negan was worse only because you had a
huge
connection with the guy that was getting, beat. Whereas this is just like, yeah, fucking hit that guy, like, like hit him,
kill him.
I mean, and even the cool part, another cool part about that scene, is from the German perspective. Mm-hmm. Like you seen how he wasn't willing to give up any information.
You need to tell me right now. I just take that finger of yours and point out on this here map where this party's being held. How many's it coming, and what they brought to play with.
I respectfully refuse, sir.
After killing Jews?
Bravery.
Or whatever, and like he was willing to take the beating. Like that's like, you know what I mean? Like I'm not siding with the Nazis or whatever, but just that character or even that actor or whatever did a really good job at portraying that. Like I'm sure that happened a lot, but on both sides or all sides, it's just seeing that kind of.
I mean, any soldier's supposed to be like that.
But you seen it, and I'm like, man, that sucks. Sucks for him, but at the same time, it's like, yeah,
he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, hit that guy. So you'll see us next week, Monday again. Actually, we're filming yesterday. Yeah, or it would have been yesterday, right?
In 2 days, but yesterday.
Yeah, in 2 days. We're going back to the future. Yeah, we're gonna be filming again. So
episode 10. Finally.
Yeah, episode 10. Finally, yeah. After a hiatus or whatever, people have been busy, so that'll be edited.
Off the project.
It'll be maybe a week or so, but you guys will get it, and we'll hopefully start back up again. But yeah. Side note, we're seeing a lot of feedback and a lot of different commenting and discussions going on the page, which is awesome. It's like the whole point of it. So if you guys feel like you have a topic to discuss or anything, or you're wondering what our thoughts are on movies, comics, characters, even if we don't know it, you got something to give to us, either message the page, and we'll gladly repost it. It's like free content, free information. It's awesome. Or just make a post on the page, and then we'll get back to you. But yeah, that's pretty much it. See you next week. And then I'm out of here. I'm going around behind the camera.